Okay, so we got the 50-50 blend. This is enriched topsoil with dairy manure. We may add in some mushroom compost, but right now we wanted to add this in to bring that area up just a little bit. You can see my husband took both of the trees down, and so this will be going in and being tilled in shortly. Okay, so we had our dirt delivered yesterday, as you saw. Again, this is a 50-50 mix. It is a 50% topsoil and 50% dairy manure. So it's going to be a good addition to this second high tunnel and modifying our soil. So it's really important, guys, that you make sure before you build your high tunnel that your soil is going to have the nutrients that it needs to sustain your growth for a couple of years, because once we get this put up and tilled in and the weed cloth down and the rows and the mounds built and plant, it's not going to be that easy to go right back in there and pull up that weed cloth again and add soil and so on and so on. So we're going to try to give it a big boost the very first time around so that we'll be okay for a year or two. Woo-wee, I can smell the manure in this stuff. Okay, he's got it all spread out. Now it's time to till it in with that sand and our existing soil. So guys, it's very important that this soil is good planting soil, and the reason why is the USDA, if they help you with your high tunnel and give you, it's not a grant, it is just straight up money. You have to consider income, but if they give you this money, you have to plant directly in the ground. Now they're kind of changing a little bit on that, where you can build a little bit of a raised bed, but you cannot build a 1 foot or a 2 foot raised bed like we have in our other high tunnel. So we have to make sure that this soil is great soil, it's good soil, so that we can plant directly in the ground. So you can see it's really breaking up nicely. This is our future, guys. We have to make sure that we have good planting soil for this high tunnel. It is going to be a humongous sized high tunnel. It's going to be 30 feet wide by 96 feet long. It's going to give us tons of growing space. And we are comfortable now knowing that we can grow in the ground, because as you saw from our first high tunnel, that we planted those tomato plants directly in the ground and they did fantastic. We did cabbage directly in the ground, we did broccoli directly in the ground, we did kale directly in the ground. So we're confident that as long as we get this soil at its right planting, good soil, that we are going to be good for a couple of years. It's so important to us because, again, this is our future and we're counting on this high tunnel. Look how fine and beautiful that's looking. So right now, this is all the additions we're going to put to our soil. We will be adding more, but starting tomorrow, the poles go up on this new high tunnel. And since my husband will be walking around on it, I'll be walking around on it, our brother-in-law will be walking around on it, we're going to wait until we get the structure up before we add any more soil, because we don't want to compact it down with the equipment and us walking on it. We want to keep it good. So we probably have about another 2 loads that are going to be coming in, but this high tunnel is going to be way big enough to put our tractor in. So it's going to be a busy weekend. The work starts tomorrow on putting up the structure, and then we will be going into transition with this high tunnel and getting ready for our fall planting. We will be starting our fall seeds next week. We've already started some. We'll be starting the rest of them next week. So we will be planting new in that one, and this one will be going into transition. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us. We appreciate you. We hope that these videos help you make a determination. If a high tunnel is on your horizon, if it's something you want to do, we think it's well worth the money. We think it's well worth the effort because, again, our future literally depends on it. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. And we will be in touch starting tomorrow.